perform better than I expected. Even in the face of unrelenting danger and the worst horrors Oblivion has to offer. I am impressed. Like you, I have come to finish this. Thanks to the efforts of your army, you have gotten this far without drawing the gaze of Molag Bal. I use a similar distraction to travel through this disagreeable realm unmolested. Keep working on it. You will solve the riddle eventually. There is more to do if you wish to save your world. To halt the plane meld, you must enter the Eye of the Storm. The planar vortex can only be disrupted from the inside. I have been with you every step of the way. I provided a safe haven in Cold Harbor. I gave you knowledge of the lights of Meridia. I needed a surrogate to act in my stead. I dared not risk exposing my true nature to the Dark Prince. Used you? Of course I used you. But you knew what was at stake from the beginning, and did what was necessary to save your world. Every choice you made was your own. As it happens, your choices suited my own ends. You must enter the planar vortex, the interstices of space and time, where Nirn and Cold Harbor churn and meld. Destroy the dark anchors within. Unleash the power of a light of Meridia at the focal point of the plane meld, and disrupt the vortex. The life of one insignificant mortal to save an entire world? It is a small sacrifice. If you succeed, the brilliance of the unleashed light will consume the vortex and sever the plane meld. Nirn will be saved. Ask your questions, but no, you cannot hope to succeed without the support of your allies. I will summon those who still live and draw them into the vortex with us. The light of Meridia cleanses and purifies. There is nothing to fear from its brilliant embrace. Is greater in this between place. The Dark Prince will need stronger chains than that to stop me. Come, we have things to discuss. You seem surprised, mortal. Did you not suspect my true identity? I did not pretend, mortal. I am the groundskeeper. I merely hid the fact that I am also a Daedric prince. My plans have been long in the making. Had I revealed myself too soon, I could have jeopardized everything. Do not presume to question my motives. Suffice it to say, I required mortal assistance to destroy the vortex and halt the plane meld. Reality is a game, mortal. Learn to play, or resign yourself to becoming one of the pieces that is meant to be sacrificed. Your allies have arrived. Speak to them before we continue.
Most people dream of lusty Argonians or delectable dishes, but not old Darien. Oh no, I dream about planar vortexes and blinding lights of Meridia. How is that possible? And why do I keep asking questions that no one can answer? Why waste words when I can simply show you? Look around. I've been dreaming about this place since I was a young boy. Seeing it live and in person, that's a bit unnerving. Why couldn't this be that other dream I regularly have? With a blinding light, brighter than any I've ever seen. Then I'm in a room where everything's illuminated, as if the world itself is made of light. I'm alone. And then I wake up. It's always the same. And I'll soon wake up in a really bright room, too hungover to remember what I did, I hope. But that's not likely, is it? I'm alive, which is more than I could say for a lot of the soldiers out there. I keep thinking that if I would have stayed back, I could have changed things. I know how war works, though. Someone, somewhere is always going to die. I've made it this far. I don't have any intention of giving up just yet. I need to see how this dream really ends.
This was happening. Maybe my people could have stopped it. Valenwood is part of Nirn after all. That's probably just wishful thinking. I've spent my life hiding in a dark forest. I've never seen the sky over Valenwood, or felt real rainwater on my skin. Molag Bal lied to us, and I'll never forgive him for that. I'm proud to be a part of all this. It's better to die fighting for what you believe in, than to die fat and content. I read that in a book. It wasn't a good book, but the phrase stuck with me. And I believe it too. You showed me that there was more to life than that dark forest. You gave me hope. For that, I'll fight at your side till this ends, one way or another. Find a new home, see the world that I've only heard stories about. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be fine. This is the moment I've waited for my whole life. Now let's fight for it. It's better to die fighting for what you believe in, than to die fat and content. I read that in a book. It wasn't a good book, but the phrase stuck with me. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Inspiring quotes are nice and all, but living to tell our own tale is so much better.
I always wanted to see a planar vortex up close and personal. Isn't that sky spectacular? Wait, what are we doing here again? Of course! Ah, our epic quest. It must have slipped my mind. I've been on so many of these adventures, you know. After a while, they tend to blend together, kind of like these two realms are doing. Oh, sorry, old chap. That's a bad thing, right? Yes, yes, I knew that. Terrible getting your dismal world into the wondrous vistas of Cold Harbor, like dipping bread in honey. Frightfully repulsive. Still, I believe this might just be my best quest yet. Well, that'd just be disgusting, wouldn't it? You know where honey comes from? It's regurgitated flower nectar. Oh, very well. I accept your challenge. Now, let's go and finish this so that I can taste your bitter poison. Concerned about what? We're heroes, my boon companion, and heroes always win. Let that be a lesson to you. Now, let's go and stop the plane meld.
I thought the battle behind us was dreadful, but this place, it boggles the mind. Still, we've made it this far. Victory is within our grasp, especially now that the Radiant Lady stands with us. I've seen the rise and fall of my people. Yet I stand before you, the last of my kind. I am the last Ayleid. But I am proud to call you my friend. Cruel tyrants and conquerors, who believed ourselves better than the other races of Nirn. When the lesser races decided we were the enemy and united against us, our downfall was all but guaranteed. We were too stubborn to see where we were wrong. That is a reason I am the last king of the Ayleids. I stood alongside the younger races, aided them. I believed in what they fought for. I was there when the power of High Rock switched from the Alessians to the Dareni.
Speak to your friends, for these moments may be their last. But do not tarry too long. Time is fleeting, and each moment is a thief that steals far more than it brings. The Lord of Brutality uses dark anchors to bind this vortex. We must destroy all three before the power of Meridia's light is unleashed. Otherwise, the resulting backlash could destroy Nirn as surely as the plane meld would. Meridia's light must be unleashed at the focal point of the vortex. We will need to locate that focal point. Again, I remind you that this will be your last opportunity to speak to your allies before the final battle begins. When you are ready, let me know. So it begins. Destroy the remaining anchors. I shall begin searching for the focal point of the vortex. The chains bind both planes. We cannot use the light until those chains are destroyed. Go quickly. We have to hurry. Molag Bal knows we're here.
I grow weary of your games, Meridia.
Go, warriors of light. These dark chains must be broken.
You cannot stop me, Meridia. This realm will be mine.
We're running out of time. I'll make sure these anchors are destroyed. You have to keep moving. Place the light and disrupt this vortex.
I'm sticking with her, my friend. Gabrielle and me, we've been through a lot. I'm not going to leave her alone.
Darien.
No one else dies today. That's an order. Come on, let's go set the light in place.
The light approaches. It brightens the shadows. It attempts to break the darkness.
But the darkness is strong. Our Father, our God, He is the darkness. We shall repel the Father's approaches. He will consume the light. He will tear it apart. He will destroy it. He will...
Our Father has spoken. He wishes us to challenge you, and you alone.
You believe the light can destroy my blade held? The prince thinks I would allow this? She is more foolish than I thought. Oh, how sad. You were drafted into a war you could never win. My counsel shall destroy you. I shall enjoy watching a hero die. Most curious. This light powers you somehow. Meridia, where are you hiding?
Merely fetching those who would stand against you.
I'm tired of this game. Now you shall die.
Get behind my shield.
Did you think it would be that easy? My minions will tear you apart!
Gabrielle! Focus all your energy into this! We can't let up!
I'm doing my best!
You deal with the crystal. We'll take care of our loot.
The planar vortex is destroyed. Molag Bal's plane meld is at an end. You are mortal. You began to die the moment you were born. You are not fully dead. Not yet. Your song has only just begun, and many verses still lay before you. The vortex has been destroyed. I designed this place to be familiar and calming to you. It is a small pocket of oblivion, under my protection. No harm will come to you here. Those present when you shattered the light were under my protection. They gather in the room beneath us, saying their farewells. Those who were not a part of the final battle? I cannot say. The Ayleid king suffered grievous wounds. He is near death, but he has not passed yet. Do you not see how singular you are? How remarkable? You entered the realm of a Daedric prince, gathered an army strong enough to fight his legions, and saved your mortal world. You are a valuable asset, mortal. You will be of great use to us. For the nonce, we require nothing. But the Dark Princes have taken notice of you, and they have plans, and plans within plans. Prepare yourself, and be ready when Oblivion calls.
My time has finally come, it seems. I have lived far longer than any of my people. Finally, I will be able to join them once more. Meridia's shield protected the others. Darian and I were outside the shield, dealing with Molag Bal's damn portals. I watched as light filled your body. You were a beacon, and the last thing I will ever see. Darkness fills my eyes. As the light erupted around me, someone pushed me closer to Meridia's shield. It was too late to save me, but it did bring me here. My fate doesn't matter. I'm gladdened by the thought that Nirn is safe. Then I shall rest well, knowing my final day, the final day of the Ayleid people, was spent saving Nirn from the clutches of Molag Bal. And I want you to have this. A gift from my people to the hero of Nirn. To honor you and those who fell beside me in this great battle. Thank you. May the spirits guide me on my way.
The hour has arrived, Vestige. The final confrontation with the god of schemes is at hand. The 5 companions gather at the harborage. Meet us there.
So much death and destruction. I don't know why I'm surprised. I never expected Cold Harbor to be a walk in the snow. More sad news, this wretched domain is full of it. Still, it's better to know what happened to Natira than to wonder what fate befell her. Thank you for that.
What?
Your deeds have been nothing short of legendary. With the plane meld at an end, Tamriel may yet endure. Now the time has come to confront Molag Bal and reclaim your soul. You must lead the 5 companions into this final battle. We are all of us prepared to sacrifice our lives to see this through to the end. Our plan is to use the Amulet of Kings to invest you with the power to do battle with the Daedric Prince. No doubt the God of Schemes has rallied his most powerful servants to his side, but his arrogance has already proven to be his undoing. He may not even consider you a threat. We shall endeavor to prove him utterly, catastrophically wrong.
I'll never get used to this place. Come here, Vestige. I'd like a word before we skip off merrily to our doom.
Courage, my friend. That is the most important of all virtues. Courage is not a lack of fear. Rather, it is the realization that there are things more important than fear.
The time is at hand. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop questioning your resolve. Just stand up and do it. You're ready. This is it. The beginning of the blasted end. There's no point in pretending this isn't happening, or saying we're not ready. This challenge will not wait. Can you do what is necessary, no matter the cost? No matter how much it grieves you? There is always a choice, but you don't get to choose what is true. You only get to choose what you will do about it. Do you need a reminder about what lies ahead? We are approaching the fortress of Molag Bal, perhaps the most dangerous place in all of Oblivion. Together, we five are mighty, even I will admit that. But I cannot invoke the ritual until we are in the presence of the Dark Prince himself. In exchange for this investiture of power, one of your companions will need to be sacrificed. It will be for you to decide which, when the time comes. The infusion of power will not last for long. That's why we need to get close. And then what? I've no idea what will happen to you. Apotheosis? Disintegration? Too many unknowns and not enough information. But if you defeat Molag Bal and survive, your soul and the soul of every other surviving vestige should be restored.
No matter how this ends, I'm proud of how far we've come and what we've accomplished.
This place is alive with pain and suffering. This must be where Molag Bal torments those who displease him.
Aleph never thought to see you again. What are you doing here? Then you need Aleph. She worked at the Master's command for years. Quiet, careful. She knows things that you want to know. Think of the things we did together, comrade. Our hunt for the traitor, fighting the Dwemer constructs. Remember, Aleph, your friend.
My friend, I never thought to see you again. Please, end me. Put me out of my misery one more time. For my family, for what I once had on that cold little island. I deserve this, I know. But please, I'm asking you as a friend, let me be ended.
You come to gloat at my torment, or is your appearance here a part of it? I am neither alive nor dead. I am trapped in a gouge of ash and bile and swirling vapors. My ears are filled with the screams of 1,000 nails being drawn, and the pain is endless. I am his plaything, and an abject lesson to others who would thwart him. My plan was flawless. My machinations were executed to perfection. I would have been a god if not for you. My only consolation is that you will know this pain soon enough. Arrogant, presumptuous, egotistical twaddle. Bit of costume jewelry is nothing compared to the Master's power. I expect I'll be seeing you soon. My only joy for the rest of eternity will be hearing your tortured screams. After all that's transpired, I killed you, you simpleton. I saw your life gutter and fade like a candle flame in a tempest. My undead servants drank your blood, and I reanimated your corpse. Do not taunt me with such hilarity.
Manimarker. He was a backstabbing hypocrite with delusions of godhood. The fool got precisely what he deserved.
Released me? Naive fool. Future generations will pay for your weakness.
Are you insane? That worm didn't deserve your mercy.
Why do I get the feeling we're going to regret this?
You did this to me! Sai Sahan, my love, let me out, would you? I promise you an eternity of delights.
Vile seductress, you have earned your place here.
Molag Bal is here. I can feel his presence, sense his foul breath. Let us assemble and prepare the ritual.
What do you suppose this place was?
A temple of some kind. The Dark Anchors may have pulled it into Cold Harbor. Or perhaps it was created by the Daedra to mock the Divines.
What does it matter? We can't wait any longer. We must perform the ritual. Vestige, it is time for you to make your decision. Yes, this will be close enough, I think. Are you prepared? No one is more surprised than I. They are willing to sacrifice themselves to save the world, yet they will never hear a single word of thanks. A funny thing for a selfish man to say, isn't it? I'd better be careful not to learn anything from this. I've no idea. Speak to them. Let their own words convince you. But once the choice is made, there is no turning back. The harvest of a fresh soul will no doubt bring Molag Bal's attention upon us. You must take that opportunity to strike him down. We've already been over this. You need an infusion of divine power to even consider challenging a Daedric prince. The Amulet of Kings can give you that power, but at the cost of a life. The Amulet of Kings is a relic of Akatosh, the dragon god of time. His powers embody the qualities of perseverance and invincibility, while promoting the virtues of duty, service, and obedience. Make of that what you will.
I see that look in your eye, Vestige. And I wonder, am I to be the one? Know that I would consider it a great honor. It would be a fine death, when you live each day as if it were your last, as I have. Eventually, you will be right. I was born to die a hero's death. I have always known this, and I have always been prepared for it. I once swore to protect my Emperor, and failed. I cannot allow him to sacrifice his life in my place. Nor can I ask this of Lyris, my snow lily. She is more important to me than she will ever know. Please.
We've had some crazy adventures, haven't we? But adventures are what you call them when everybody comes back alive, so... maybe they've come to an end. I don't regret any of it, though. Not for a moment. My father once told me that the most important thing anyone can know is what they would die for. I know that now. I feel like I've already lived a dozen lifetimes. I'm so tired. And I look forward to seeing my parents again in Sovngarde. If my death has meaning, then so will my life. It would be my great honor if you would choose me.
Remember, Vestige. We fight for our people. We fight for Tamriel. Evil might be kept at bay for a time, but it can never be completely eradicated. What is important is that we resist it, that we fight on and keep fighting. Very little. The scrolls can see many things, even possible futures, but they are not infallible, and they will not make this choice for you. You cannot cross the sea simply by standing and considering the water. Be strong, Vestige, and act. There is no such thing as a safe choice. There are only other choices. Oblivion did not make me a monster. It just confirmed my own worst fears about myself. It would be fitting and honorable if you were to choose me. It would be a fine death.
I see that look in your eye, Vestige. When you live each, I once swore to it.
Position yourself over there, Vestige, and brace yourself.
I'll never forget you. And we'll finish this, I swear.
I'm honored to make this sacrifice. When you think of me, I hope you remember me fondly and sing songs of this day while you toast to my memory.
History may not remember your sacrifice, but those present here will never forget it. Divines of Tamriel, with this vessel of your power, the Amulet of Kings, I call upon your strength. Let this noble sacrifice be a testament to our desire to set things right and restore balance to the Mundus. Your champion stands ready. Accept this offering and imbue this vestige with your glory. Let the will of Molag Bal be denied. Vestige, now is the time. You must ascend the path and face the Daedric Prince. You must face the God of Schemes alone. I will get the others to safety. Go!
Continued meddling has reached an end. Hero of Tamriel. What is this foolishness? Has your tiny mortal mind snapped? Do you really think you can defeat me? The dark machinations of Oblivion are far more complex than anything your mortal senses can comprehend. Your anguish will be legendary, even in Oblivion. You are less than nothing. Pathetic Aedric trinket can't defeat me. I am Molag Bal, Lord of Domination. What is this, infant? Do you think your toy can slay a god? Fertile ground for the seeds of eternal torment. Tamriel is ripe.
Vestige, you are safe for now. Something precious to you has been riven from Stonefire's being. I have brought it here for you to reclaim.
I congratulate you, little insect. Your sting is formidable. You have bested me and released 1,000 times 1,000 souls back into the Mundus. For the moment, your world is spared. My grand scheme has only begun to unfold. Excellent. Your power shall prove useful in the coming conflicts. You've made a great and terrible enemy this day. Your world would have been better off if the plane meld had succeeded, had you bowed before me and accepted eternal servitude. I would have protected you. There are worse masters than I. Far worse.
You are but a phantom here in my domain, Stonefire. The mortal prophecies of the scrolls have been fulfilled. Leave this place and return to your pit.
You have a powerful ally. Did you know that she would bring you here? What future role has she to play in this grand cosmic farce, I wonder? Yeah. Your meddling has already cost me too much. A cursed creature of light and flame. This farce no longer amuses me.
Your soul is restored. I can see its light within you. And you have saved your world from a great calamity. But know this, mortal. The forces of Oblivion are legion, and the God of Schemes is but a single player in a complex battle for supremacy. You have wounded him gravely. It will be some time before his power is restored. As your enemy fell, the one you call Abnur Tharn took Chim El Adabal and fled. He returns to the land from whence he came, the place you call Cyrodiil. The amulet's power has been expended for a generation or more. The Imperial will not be able to use it, nor will he profit from it, though he will spend many frustrated years in the attempt. The tear in the veil between Oblivion and Nirn has been repaired. Your world is safe for now. Gone forever, but their memory remains. I can see the light burning brightly behind your eyes. Your friend is a part of you now, just as the strength of the Divines burns like a flame within your renewed soul. Your story has only begun. Molag Bal still has plans for you. In many ways, these events played out to his advantage. And you have attracted the attention of the other Daedric princes as well. The war between mortal kingdoms is still ravaging your world, but your true enemies are not mortal. If you are to be prepared for the coming conflicts, you must fully comprehend what is at stake. You must live among those you make war upon. Indeed. When you return to Tamriel, go to the place you call the Harborage. My gift awaits you there. It will allow you to travel to other lands and hide your true nature from those who would see you as a foe. I have no more desire to keep you here than you had to remain in Cold Harbor. I shall return you to your little den in the wild. Your surviving companions await you there. Are you prepared to leave?
The sense of the Harborage fill the air. But what happened? How did we return? Lyris? Lyris? Are you there?
Not to worry, not to worry. Lyris is fit as a fiddle, and you all seem quite intact as well.
I'm here, sire. But where's Tharn?
He vanished. Ran off, I think. And he took the amulet you chaps found with him.
Bastard.
Sai died for that amulet!
The amulet's power is expended for generations to come. It will be of no use to him now. Things feel different. Molag Bal's hold on my mind has been lifted. I am finally free of him. And so it ends. I pray that it has, at any rate. My part in this story has ended, but yours has only begun. The world has been made right for now, but it is still wounded and in need of tending. I cannot say, but I do not think the scrolls have finished with me. Perhaps one day we shall meet again. If it is destined that we shall meet again, then destiny will find a way. For me, I think it's best that I should be forgotten by this world. Let me become a sad footnote in Tamriel's long history. I deserve nothing more. I have no more prophecies to impart, no more strategies to suggest, no more riddles to ponder. I am just a man, a flawed man, and perhaps that is just as it should be. Farewell, Vesta. His spirit has been dispersed into the Aetherius. He is not dead. Neither is he alive. His essence is outside the cycle of the Mundus. Tharn has undoubtedly begun a long journey back to Cyrodiil with his new prize. His deepest desire is to unite all the errant territories of the Empire under a single banner. Perhaps he will succeed, but it will be a long and arduous task. I have no more prophecies to impart, no more strategies to suggest.
We did it. Tamriel will go on. But what a terrible price we had to pay. I'll bring the news of Sai's death to Kasura at the Abbey of Blades. Maybe I'll stay there for a while. Help rebuild. Sai would want that. After that, I don't know. Grief doesn't change us. It reveals us. That's what my father always said. I'll mourn Sai in my own way. I loved him. I know that now. There's a big, deep hole of aching inside me. Even when I'm finished mourning him, it's not going to go away. I've never been able to sit still long. Eventually the road will call. But where I'll wind up? Who knows? Roads are for journeys, not destinations. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Have a drink. Maybe crack some skulls for old time's sake.
Don't toddle off just yet. Might I have a word? I take it you ran into Lady Meridia. Lovely woman, charming. We get on famously. While you lot were having yourselves an epic row, I gave her a shout, asked if she'd be willing to help us out if things went badly. The trick of it was the timing. With every blow to that Daedric windbag, you freed hundreds of souls. She was able to catch yours before it wandered off. Jolly good trick, that. This is delightful. Worlds saved, heroes gone their separate ways, and this knight has a new mistress to serve. Bravo! Couldn't be happier. Smashing. Truly. I don't know that the world will ever see the like of Sai Sahan again. He was the embodiment of loyalty and discipline. Qualities that he tried to share, not by word, but by deed. You can make use of that. He's part of you now, you know. Our noble Redguard friend may have shuffled off this mortal coil, but his spirit will live on through you. That's all well and done then. There's just one bit of business left. I'm positively chuffed things have gone so well. To be completely honest, I didn't think we had a ghost of a chance. But then, if we went up against overwhelming odds, we wouldn't be heroes, would we? Still itching for more adventure? Smashing. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if you'd woken up somewhere else? Washed up on a different beach? My new mistress provided me with the means to help you if you're up for the challenge. Touch Meridia's light and see the world through the eyes of your former enemies. But fair warning, you will no longer be seen as a great champion. Even familiar faces will see you as a soulless drifter lost in an unfamiliar land. What say you?
The withered stalk flowers again. It is good to see you, alive and well. We found you floating in the water. I'd seen corpses with more life in them, but Captain Colleen dove in and fished you out anyway. The captain of this vessel. She's currently ashore, recruiting for our latest contract. You might want to pay your respects, seeing as she saved your life. The withered stalk flowers again. It is good to see you, alive and well. You're on the Spearhead, Captain Colleen's ship. I am one of Captain Colleen's few remaining loyal crew members. The rest, well, the less said of those bloody-minded mutineers, the better.
Hungry?